and I welcome you to my lesson for today, where we will be looking at your mathematics. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, please do allow me to say it is very much important that I say it is very, very much important because, honorable members, what I'm about to say, it's massively, 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 ladies and gentlemen, massively important, ladies and gentlemen, that I say a day without learning something new, it's a day wasted. By so saying, please do make sure that by the end of each and every lesson that I conduct, you learn something new. Very, very much important, honorable members, on that one. So let's see, Muano is present. So guys, it is that time to mark the register and just comment with your name so that I am aware who has attended today's live. Let's see, I'll just write down some of the information there, just so that when I read at least information in a form of numerical values, it is represented there. Okay, Anesu is present. Ali Medi Reserve is present. Excellento is also present. Okay, guys, today's lesson, it won't be a lengthy one. Vulezeni Mugweri. I'm seeing this one. Oh, yeah, Alapani. Yeah, Alapani. Okay. Alapani, that is Vulezani Mugweri. Augustine Ledwava. Augustino is present. So guys, just in case if you are attending my lesson for the very first time today, please be aware that we do lessons in two ways. The first way being the official lesson is via a Zoom. And there, that's where you are able to unmute, engage with me instantly and directly. But when it comes to YouTube Live, these are additional lessons, honorable members, where it's more like an online classwork where we just discuss a problem and I'll give you an opportunity to work it out, and then at the same time we do the corrections. So in this case, we don't do too much of talking to each other, but siyasebenza. Shokuthi sisemsebenzini la. So very quickly, what I'm going to do, it is to read through the given statement, and then from there I'm going to be writing down the questions, and you will then try to work them out. Then after that, we do the corrections. So let's see. The sketch below represents the graphs of two parabolas, F and G. Yes, that we can see. This sketch, it represents two graphs. The one which is for F and the other which is for G, and both of them are parabolas. Doesn't matter whether you refer to those as a parabola or a parabola. Just like I always say. It just depends on what you wear when you go to school. So now let's see. We are given the function of f as 1 over 2 x squared minus 3. So that is the equation for the function of f. Remember guys, you've got two types of functions. one which is smiling and the other one which is sad. So you can already see that with your A value being positive, it's an indication that you are having that F being that of a smiling shape, and then that one of a sad shape, it should have a negative A value. Just in case if you're wondering what I'm talking about, remember the standard equation of a parabola, it is ax squared that you plus it with bx that you plus it with c, where we said that A value tells us more about the shape. If the A value is positive, it means we are going to have a smiling shape. Yes. And then the B value, we said it tells us more about the shift. It could be positive, it could be negative. It tells us about the horizontal shift. So that means you might find that on a Cartesian plane, the function maybe shifts towards the right. This is how it would look like. Or otherwise shifts towards the left. This is how it would look like. And then when it comes to the C value, it tells us more about the vertical shift, which means the function can shift upwards or maybe shift downwards or maybe shift downwards like that or like that. Yes. And then so as an example, you might be having y which is equals to maybe let's say 2x squared, maybe let's say minus 4. Someone might be wondering to say, then in this case, where is b or what is b? Just be aware that our b is 0. So that means this thing is the same as 2x squared, maybe plus 0x as our middle term minus 4. Similarly, if you are given a function which is, let's say, yx squared, this is a parabola, honorable members. Don't get shocked and say it doesn't have the middle term, it doesn't have the c value. What makes it a parabola? It is that x being to the power of 2. That's what makes it a parabola. So that means in full, it is actually the same as that plus that plus that. The approach in dealing with that type of a function should be the same as dealing with that one or in full format. So that's it, honorable members. This is just a quick revision on what we discussed some days ago, honorable members. To some of you, it might seem to be a new information, but we did discuss all of that in full. So just in case if you missed that lesson, the best thing to do is just to drop me a WhatsApp text where I will then find you a recording where we discussed all of that. Round 4000, that is Taifara and Buitumelo. The two honorable members just joined. Okay, maybe let's further discuss that given diagram there. So the turning point of G is C. C, it is that point over there having the coordinates of 2 and 9. And again, the y-intercept of a G is A, being that point over there having the coordinates of 0 and 5. B and D, where is B? There is B, where is D? There is a D. These are the x-intercepts of F and G, respectively. These are the x-intercepts. Where it intercepts simply refers to where it touches or where it cuts the x-axis. Obviously, you will notice that this is the function of f and this is the b point that they are talking about. This is the function of G, and this is the B point that they are talking about. Guys, you mustn't forget that we've got an honorable member in this class who is called Alapani. Alapani, who went to school with his lunchbox as 4 full loaves of bread, and that bread was Alepani. So his name became Alepani. So that's his stage name. So for some reason, Alepani, in case if you end up in parliament, just remember to rise on a point of order and just say, on a point of order, they will say, yes, Alepani, on what point are you rising on? Alpani, you just say, I just want to send a shout out to Sedi for giving us the lessons and also the blessings to end up in parliament. Yeah, you just say that, honorable member. And don't forget, yeah, Tendanyana. Yeah. I so wish all of you guys can get into parliament. I'm telling you, I will never go broke. Will never go broke. You guys will definitely look after me. Okay, so let's see. 6.1, it says show that a geofx, yes, says this question is allocated 4 marks. I'm going to write it down, then we'll try give it a try. So they are saying show that g of x is equals to negative x squared plus 4x plus 5. Yes. I'm just going to give you guys 5 minutes to work it out. In case if you've got an answer, just comment in the comment section and say you were able to get it. Otherwise, if not, then let me know so that I will explain it so that you will see how it's done. Otherwise, if everyone says I've got it and the others do not comment, it's going to be an indication to me that all of you guys have got it and no one has got a problem with that, and then we move on. So work it out and let me know what is it that you are getting. So I'm going to give you guys exactly 5 minutes on that one. Someone says I was able to get it. Okay, that is Adevaho Modau. Evan, Adevaho, say name here when the Modau. We had a Carib exhibition. When was it? Yeah, we recently had a career exhibition and the speaker was Mr. Martin Modau. Okay. I will ask him if he knows someone called Adevao Modau. Juanita Munisi is present. Okay, I'll just be waiting for your comments, but in the meantime, I think, oh, here is Divater. Here is Divater. Yeah. While waiting for my answers, let me just check the best before of this water. Let's see. Why is it like it's not written in English? I'm trying to find best before and I see things are not written in English here. Bottled at source, Valpre, Lagerspoort, Heidelberg, Valprie, the Valprie, and device and the bottle design are trademarks of the Coca-Cola company. Okay. But where is best before? I've already drank liters of this and I don't see. Just says, guys, if I end up giving the wrong answers, just know that it's probably because of this water. Maybe I've drank expired water and my answers are going to be okay. BB 27 March 20 BB 27 March 25. Okay. BV. Oh, okay. No, I'm still safe. I think that 25 it means 2025. I hope I'm correct on that one. I got it. Okay. Show that g of x, guys, have you got it or are you still working on it? Just so that I've got an idea of what's happening there. Remember, the comments that I'm expecting is where one says I got it or I'm unable to get it. Yes. And let's see. But in the meantime, can I get an indication of whether you are still working on it or if you are unable to get it? Show that g of x is equals to all of that. Okay, maybe let's do it, honorable members. Maybe let's do it. It's 4 marks, but from what I remember on my side is that you can find an equation of a parabola for now, let's say in 2 ways. So you can make use of that formula, that general formula which says there x plus p squared plus q, or otherwise I still remember this one which says x, I think it's minus x1 there, and then we have another x, yes, another x minus x2. I hope I'm correct in that, whereby for this one you need 1 point and you also need the turning point. Yes, from what I remember. And then for using that, that's if you have 1 point just like on the other side, but in this case you must be having x intercepts. Yes, you can just take a screenshot of that. So that means in this case you've got a choice to make. The question now is, are you going to use that or are you going to use that? It seems like we're going to use that. Why? Because we've got a point being point A, and we also have C being our turning point. Even though on this side we can say we've got a point being 0 and 5, but we don't have the x-intercepts. We do not have the x-intercepts. It is for that reason why I'm saying we'll have to use that formula on the left hand side. So now let's see. So that means y is equals to a into x plus p squared plus q is what we're going to use. So obviously we are having our turning point values where we have 2. You see that 2, you write it with its opposite sign in there. But when it comes to the q value, you write it with its original sign. And then you will say at a point, being which one? Being that one of 0 and 5, where you're going to substitute your y, it is 5, and then your x, it is 0. So that means actually a is what we are looking for. I hope I'm doing it correctly. So now let's see. We obviously have 5, which is, what is that squared? Trust me, that will give you 4. So it's like you have 4a plus 9. Then now let's see. You take this 9 to the other side, it's like you are saying 5 minus 9. Will it not be negative 4? I think it will be negative 4. Trust me, if you divide both sides by 4, that cancels with that. You end up having negative 1 on the left side, which is equals to a. So that means your a value, it's equals to negative 1. So that means I don't have space, but below you will therefore say negative invisible 1 into x minus 2 squared plus 9. So all that you need to do is to try and rewrite this thing in that format. So that means you have your y, which is equals to, remember squared means 2 of the same thing. So you have x minus 2, x minus 2. Remember that negative on the other side. You see, I almost forgot it. Remember that negative, which is your negative a. You have invisible 1 there, which is not necessary to write. So that means you have your negative, then you do that by that, that by that, that by that, that by that. Trust me, you end up having x squared negative 4x plus 4, you close, plus 9. That's if you do that by that, that by that, that by that, that by that. It is not at this stage or in this lesson where we teach you how to do that by that, that by that. It is expected that at this stage you already know how to work out that. So now let's see. What you need to do is to multiply everything inside by that negative on the outside. You end up having negative x squared. That negative by that, it gives you positive 4x. That negative by that, it gives you negative 4. Remember, you still have your plus 9. So finally, trust me, you end up having negative x squared plus 4x. What is negative 4 plus 9? Trust me, it will give you positive 5. And that's how you have proven that a g of x, it is indeed the same as all of that. It might not be easy to understand, especially if you did not attend a lesson where I was doing the functions. But you tell me, honorable members, did that make sense? Or is there someone who is not getting that one? Does it make sense to everyone? Or is there someone who says there's something that I'm missing? Just so that I've got a sense of um, how far you are with this one. Remember, guys, you are not able to unmute and speak with me, but by just making a comment, I will have an idea as to whether you understood or not. Otherwise, if not, then we will discuss it further in our official Zoom lesson. But for now, just want to have an understanding if it makes sense. Obviously, if you have given it a try, you will be able to identify where you got it wrong. And chances are high that it's going to make some sense. Any response to my question, honorable members? Did that make sense? Did you get it? Yebo noma cha? Nitholile nonke? Mina ngiphuza amanzi. Okay. I'm having a response from what are the two equations? Say that's my only problem. What are the two equations? No, that one I'm not able to understand. Ali, what are the two equations? That's my only problem. No, trust me, that one I'm not able to understand. We will have to further discuss it. What are the two equations? Now I'm wondering which equations. P stands for the x value of the turning point. Q stands for the y value of the turning point. So that means every time when you have a function like that, so that means the turning point is represented by P and Q. If it's like that, the turning point is represented by P and Q. P being X, Q being Y. Yes, that's it. That's what it stands for in this instance. Sometimes it can be any other letter. You just need to know that at the turning point, this is X, this is Y, and on the formula, A, X, this is where your X will be, and then this is where your Y will be for the turning point. So the second question says, calculate average gradient of G between A and C. Just says between A and C. And this question is allocated 2 marks. Calculate the average gradient of G between A and C. If you calculate it and you get it correct, we will moor you with 2 marks. So this one, I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes to work it out. And then from there, we do the corrections. Guys, did you get the question? Are you still working on it? Are you done? Or what's happening there? Honorable members or members who are honorable. What is happening there? Ali, Professionally, yes. If you got it, you can comment with your answer. But Ali Dema Aliza. To professionally respond, you will start by saying average gradient because that's what they wanted you to calculate. It is not the gradient that they wanted you to calculate, but they said calculate the average gradient of G between A and C. Looks like most of you guys are getting the same answer. Okuhle makapela. Evan, okuhle. Is it the okuhle that I know, or is this the new one? Makapela. Yes, you must say average gradient. Average gradiento. Okuhle, 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 okuhle. Are you the okuhle that I know? Or is this the new okuhle? Okuhle makapela. Yeah, I can tell by the surname that the new one. Yeah, no, this is the new one. Okay. A very warm welcome, Okuhle Makapela. A very warm welcome, honorable member. How is it going there, Okuhle? Are you understanding, honorable member, or member who is honorable? We welcome you in a parliament where we discuss issues of national importance. So now let's see. We obviously know that, maybe let me write it like a mathematician and say average gradient, yes. Maybe let me not use that, but say that, yes, because I think, yeah, that one means average. Or you can just write and say average gradient. Obviously, we know the formula is delta y over delta x, which is changing y, changing that. Y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, which is equals to, between which 2 point A and C. And then what is y2? I always say I use alphabets to say if A comes first, then it means this is my x1, y1. Because C comes second, then this will be my second values, x2, then that 2. So let's see, we have 9 minus 5 over 2 minus 0, which ends up being 4 over 2, which ends up being 2. Yes, no, you guys are correct on that one. You are definitely correct on that one. The average gradient between those 2 points. Maybe let me explain why it is important to say average. Just as okay, sometimes I try to speak English and it comes out of the nose. So don't be surprised sometimes when I say, for example, if I want to say most importantly, I happen to say most importantly. Just be aware that some of these words, I don't know, for some reason, I don't know if I'm hungry or what, but I swallow them. I always assume that is because maybe I'm hungry. My stomach is empty and I need to swallow something, and I end up swallowing the letters. So that means my lunch is letters. Is it lunch or supper? Yeah, one of the two. Just says, I didn't know that one can eat the letters. So I'll be full of letters most by the end of this lesson if I'm swallowing. Okay, then it's fine. But anyway, most importantly, I do have to explain why examiner had to say average. It is because this line is curving. Unlike a straight line where we can say between the 2 points, this is the gradient. But when you have a line similar to that one of that function which does that, can you see between that point and that point, it is not a straight line, but sort of a curving line. So it is important to say the average gradient, because averagely between those 2 points, averagely a straight line will averagely have a gradient of a 2. Yes, will averagely have a gradient of 2. So I hope you guys have got a sense of why it is that much important to say average and not just a, what did I say? It seems like I meant to say average gradient and not just say a gradient. Oh, so now let's see 6.3. We might be concluding with this question where they say calculate calculate a length of a BD. With you calculating that, we are going to give you a 5 marks. Azish. I hope that light is not too much. I hope it is not obstructing your view. Calculate the length of BD. That is what you are expected to do, honorable members or members who are honorable. So guys, I'm also going to give you guys 5 minutes to work it out. Then once you are done, you tell us what the length of BD is. Then from there, if you guys are not able to get it, very quickly we do the corrections. Bese siqedile. Bese siqedile means then we are done. We just sign out and then we go and have some rest. Yeah. Then go have some rest and then we might be seeing each other again sometime tomorrow. Yes. Okay. So guys, what's happening there? Are you working it out? Is it difficult? Or how is it going that side? Honorable members or members who are honorable. Apart some of you, since you say and only present, and then from there, you can say as present, and then from there you are no longer there. Apart you are still there. Oh, goodly. These people, they just say Zbanibani present, Zbanibani present, Zbanibani present. And then now when they need to comment, it's like they are not there. These honorable members. Albani, since you said you are present, honorable member, from there, we are still here. Okay. Round 4,000 says, Sisase corner. Round 4,000, that is Taifara. Raul. Round 4,000. Okay. And let's see. How are you going to find the distance? In case if you don't know where to start and you need some tips, let me know and I will give you guys some tips. Let me know and I'll give you guys some tips. Just in case if you want to give it a try and you do not know where to start, or you do know where to start but you do not know how you are going to represent your answer, let me know and I will definitely give you guys some tips. Okuhle, thina sikhuluma isilungu. Sikhuluma isilungu siphuma nge yeah. What is a nose in Zulu? Because I know yes amandlebe, eyes amehlo, head inhloko. That is a scope. Yeah. Mouth umlomo. I know that one because there's something called a vulamlomo. Yeah. Sandiso. Vulamlo. Sifuna ivulamlo. Manje angazi ukuthi yini nose. In my language ke nko. Yeah. Mapula letswalo. Nose ke nko. Manje ngiyayibuza ukuthi ngesizulu yini lento le, because ngifuna uyichaza ngichazisise le ndaba lokuthi isingisi sami siphuma ngama nose. Length. Okuhle makabani. Length, is that a nose in Zulu? I don't think so. Length. Singisi sami siphuma nge-lymph. Ali the Ma'alis is getting 6 units as the length of BD. The other honorable member is getting the length of BD as 6.45. Okay. Okuhle. Yeah, now I see. So you meant the length on that first comment. Guys, Asandiswa, are you there? What is a nose in Zulu? Ngifuna ukuchazisa le ndaba le ukuthi isingisi sami siphuma ngama nose. Yeah, isingisi sami siphuma ngama nose. Sho ukuthi sikhowa. Yeah, ngesikhowa, ngesilungu. Silungu saka struggling ko. Yeah. May English aid her nose. Yeah, I don't think that one is correct. In Zulu is ikhala. Ali, I don't trust you, honorable member. You are full of corruption. Trust me. Ikhala. Apeni ikhala is to crime. Ikhala. I don't trust that one. A nose in Zulu is ikhala. Isingisi sami siphula. Isingisi sami siphuma ngama ikhala. Asandiswa ukuphi? You see, it's very easy to know if you're not in the lesson, because sometimes when we need you and you are nowhere to comment, that's how we know that you did not attend. Where is Ndogozo? There is one person in my class and he taught us this because he has a big nose. Ikhala. Hey, yeah, no, I think I'll need to trust you on that one. But now, how many nose do we have? Is it 2 nose or is it 1 nose? Hey, you know, these things sometimes they confuse honorable members. I remember a friend of mine saying, somewhere in the lower grades, maybe in grade R, I think, yeah. They asked and said, what is it that we have on our faces, which is two? Yeah, I don't know how to put the question, Maria. You get my point, Mos. Yeah, for example, we have two eyes, and then others would raise their hands and say, 2 years, and the honorable member, a friend of mine, raised his hand very, very high, and he stand up and said, a nose. Yes, yes. Hey, everyone laughed, honorable member. Everyone laughed because he said we have two nose. Only to find out that it's actually not two nose, but one nose having two openings. Yeah, something of that nature. So yeah, me too. Sometimes I get confused and wonder if we have two nose. So Aridema Alice, what are you saying, honorable member? You say you are struggling to catch oxygen there in class, honorable member. Is there that one honorable member who is collecting all the oxygen with the big word, the big nose, the big E color? But that one of E color, I don't trust it, man. IsiNgesi sakho siphuma ngompumlo. Impumlo. Oh, siphuma ngompumlo. Yeah, I might trust this one. Impumlo. Yeah, impumlo. Evan, Alice, it seems like you just got yourself a nickname, honorable member. Ikhala. Ali Medi Rizvi Ikhala. Trust me. This one of Asandi Somatiwan. Yeah, this one would make sense, man. Yeah. Heaven, Riabetsu's battery is about to die. The honorable member wants an answer before. Okay, so this is the tip that I'm going to give you, honorable members. If, for example, you find the x intercept at point B, let's say to be -3, and then you find the x-intercept at D, let's say to be 5. So that would mean if you had to walk from that point B all the way up to that point D, it looks like you will have to walk 3 units and again walk 5 units, which means the total distance or length would be 8 units. So that's what I meant when I was saying I want to give you guys a tip. Bomb squad. I think we'll need to know how did that one come about. Bomb squad. Yes, yes. Bomb squad. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but mine, this one I didn't get it in class. Just because my name is Desmond and then they called me Tutu. Tutu them at Tutu. Yeah. It's not even a nickname because, yeah, that's my name, honorable members. But I see some nicknames of nowadays. Albani, Palm Squad. Jesus, you guys are having funny nicknames. Okay, so let's see. It's more like, in short, honorable members, you just need to find the x-intercepted B, and then you find the x-intercept there. That's it. Can you guess, Anesu, why did they call him a bomb squad? Me, I don't know what a bomb squad is. I just see a bomb there and I see a squad there. I'm not sure if ke squat sa diporo. Oh! Ali, them are Ali's. Hey, Egereng, I've got an idea of why the honorable member is called a bomb squad. Trust me, just separate that word and start with a bomb. A bomb, yeah. Not just a bomb anyway, a bomb in class. Yes, yes. Ali them are Ali's. Oh, saying me, I know, now I know. Okay, so let's see. We are going to have to get the x-intercept at that point. What we know is that when it comes to that point B, something is 0 there. And what's 0 there? It is y. So we can say we have y, which is equals to a half x squared minus 3. You take 3 to the other side, it becomes positive 3 squared. You multiply by 2, it becomes not 6 but 9, because no, it is 6 moves. Yes, 3 times 2 is 6. Yes, it's 6. So that means we have 6, which is equals to x squared. And then it means you're going to square root both sides. So that means your x is equals to plus or minus square root of 6. Yo. Are we doing this one correctly? We'll see how far we can go, or we'll go with that one. And then, so that would mean on this side, it is negative square root of 6. I will need to very carefully check this one. I'm not confident with that answer. Not confident with that answer. Let's see. Let's see. I need to quickly confirm something. We have that there. No. Yes. You see, now I've copied this thing incorrectly. This thing there is not 3, but it is 8. I wonder if all that we did involved that. I don't think so. This thing there is 8. But otherwise, if you calculated with it being 3, it is still fine, because what you need to be aware of, it is the procedure that you need to follow. So that is why I sent this question paper in the group, just in case if I copy something incorrectly, you'll be able to notice. So you take this to the other side, it becomes positive 8, which is equals to that. Then you multiply that by that, it ends up being 16, which is equals to that. You will need to square root both sides, so that here you end up having plus or minus 4, which is equals to x. So that means on this side, actually, the coordinates of B, it means it is where y is 0, and then this is negative 4. Be careful not to say this is 4, because This is negative 4, so that means 4, it is that one there. But that point there you don't need, because no one is asking about that point.